What's going on? What's up, everybody? How's it going, guys? This is Cole from the OSSA.AI account. We got Brennan up here as well. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Happy Saturday. Yeah, we have some really awesome news today that we're going to be sharing out. Definitely in some tweets or some posts, also in the emails. So we're just about to break 1,000 signups, and I'll let Brennan kind of dive into it and let you guys know, some of the really awesome things we're working on in the back end. But I mean, we're really excited. We have some awesome news here today. We've heard you guys, and there's a few things that we're gonna be making some adjustments on that are gonna be super exciting. So, Brennan, can you kick it off?
Yeah, for sure. What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming out. Just to tap onto what Cole was just saying right there. So super happy that we broke 1,000 signups, or we're just about to break 1,000 signups. That will happen today if it hasn't happened already. So we're super humbled by that, and thank you everybody for the support. So what Cole's referring to, there's two major things. Number one is we released new subtitle fonts. So there are now 18 more subtitle fonts for users to select from. And this kind of leads into the point that Cole and I have been making since the very beginning, which is our primary focus is increasing the diversity in outputs and increasing the diversity of content. Now, the second thing that we want to cover is our mission statement is make influence accessible to everyone. And we took a step back and we really thought about how can we get the tool in the hands of more people? And the answer to that is definitely a free trial. So we determined that the best thing for the community was allow people to try the product for free. And now this comes with some challenges and hurdles. But we worked through all of those hurdles. We worked through all of those challenges, and we're happy to announce that hopefully sometime today we will be announcing a free trial on the website where users can come, sign up for an account, verify their phone number, and get a free 3,000 credits, which is huge.
Yeah, it's absolutely massive. And just for context, guys, the reason we're doing this is because we're always listening to the community, and we're really grateful to have a good amount of affiliates on board. We just opened up our private affiliate program so we can obviously let people know more about OSSA.AI, because we have a belief that there's really nothing comparable to what we've built here. And many of these large influencers that have worked with these companies that are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, that have 50 or 100 developers, they agree. They agree that the product we've built, the outputs that we produce, are higher quality than anything else on the market. And we've worked obviously for 14 to 16 months on this. We saw this market coming, and we made an educated prediction that this is something that would be of great use to people. And we're really happy to see that really playing out in real time. And, you know, Brennan's right. Our mission statement's always been making influence accessible to everyone. And what we've noticed, we've been listening to you guys, we've been listening to the influencers we've been talking to, and some of our advisors. And one thing we really realize is that we're getting a ton of signups, but honestly, not, in terms of signups to people who are paying for the platform, there's a pretty drastic difference. And that really made us think that why are people not using it? And it's like, well, if I'm in your position, anyone who wants to try it, right, in the best case scenario, you get to try it before you have to pay for it. And we totally understand that. And just for clarity, the reason we didn't have a free trial at the start is because we're bootstrapped, and these things come with a lot of challenges. Free trial, and we're coming out of pocket, for all the expenses. And obviously now we're post revenue, and we're in a really great position, so really grateful for that. But there's definitely things to overcome in terms of a free trial, and there's things to account for, and there's risk involved, right? Everybody knows there's certain people that try and game systems, and we have to get all those things in place. But the one thing we realize is that the last thing we want is for someone to essentially come to our platform, sign up, and then end up not getting to use it. That's exactly what our goal is with this free trial, is to at least allow everyone to use it, because we're yet to see someone that we've sent free credits to, which Brennan probably sent free credits to 50 to 100 people over the last couple of days. We're yet to see someone use the platform and not be absolutely in love with it after they use it for the first time. And that's really our goal, is to give people the opportunity to really just see what we've built and have that opportunity to use the platform and make an educated decision. Because I think that's what it's all around. It's centered around, right? The free trial allows for you guys to test it out and to make your own decision. And we understand that without a free trial, obviously it's harder to make that decision because you haven't really seen the capabilities of the platform. So we have a strong belief that this is not only going to be in the best interest of all the people that have already signed up that want to test it, but aren't yet, feel like they're just not in the best place to make the most educated decision. But we also think that this is really going to take us to the next level in terms of the growth of the community and of the business. And, just for clarity, I myself am an influencer, have around 7 million followers, 4 billion plus short form views. And what I've seen across talking to all of these um, very prestigious influencers that are going to be supporting us over these next couple weeks is that they're really excited about this free trial and being able to give this value to their communities. And we've really been developing a really awesome community around the users, but also all of these supporters that we have. And I think that's what really distinguishes us as well, is that we're really community centric. And I think that a lot of just for clarity for anyone in here, a lot of these businesses, they operate in this way where it's very transactional. And for us, we never want it to be that way. We want it to be very community centric. I believe, the biggest businesses of the world, the most successful businesses have the most awesome communities. And I come from a background of building communities. I built a community of over 7 million people. And I believe in the people. The technology is great, but I'm definitely a people person, and Brennan's the same exact way. We both come from a background in building communities, and that's always going to be our number one goal, is to take care of our users and build an environment where people are sharing information, and others, if you're part of the community, it's more than just a subscription. It's more than that. That's always been the mission. So
Yeah, very well said. Um, and we're here for the community. We're here to listen, and when people say they want certain things, we're paying attention to that. And obviously, there's high demand for a free trial. We've seen that. I mean, we put out a tweet and it gets hundreds of comments. There was one tweet this week we put out regarding a free 1,000 credits, and we had to turn the comments off on it because the requests were just overwhelming. And so that shows us everything we need to know. And when the community speaks, we act, and that's how we operate our business, which may be a little bit foreign to people. It might be a little bit different than what people are used to, but what everyone should understand is Cole's a creator himself. For the people that don't know, he's he's got over 7 million followers across all his platforms, over 4 billion short form views, and he understands. He has a really good relationship with his community, and he understands how important community is. And so we've really set it as one of our missions to have our ear to the community and make sure that we make adjustments as necessary to appease the community. And so that's exactly what we're doing with the free trial. We understand that this is what people want, therefore we're going to deliver it.
yeah, absolutely. And I think it's really that simple. And it sounds simple, and you know with the context we give it, but I think a lot of these companies are really missing this aspect, and we really want to deliver on it. But with that being said, in terms of what's upcoming and what's next, as you guys know, we just pushed around, I believe 18 new subtitle options. So that's been obviously requested by the community, and we delivered on that. And then we also have an 11 Labs API integration that we're going to be integrating, so users can bring their own 11 Labs API key and import their own voices. So that's been highly requested, and that's in the queue, and should be implemented within the next week or so. And then after that, we have some really big features that we'll probably hold off on talking about today. But there's a lot of exciting things coming. But I think the most exciting thing for us and for the community is the free trial. And I know a lot of you guys, if you haven't already signed up, you should definitely go sign up and go to the website. And then sometime later today, most likely, you'll see an update where you'll be able to verify your phone number on the Create Videos page, and you'll actually be able to get some free credits and be able to test out the product yourself. And we'll be sending out an email as well to let all the community know. So make sure that you guys go sign up, go create an account, and yeah, it's gonna be a really exciting day. I think today is gonna be a great day for OSSA and a great day for the community. And I think, like I said, um, I think this is really gonna be the next stepping stone to really hopefully showcase how much hard work we put into this product and how brilliant it truly is.
Yeah, incredibly excited. Absolutely excited. And subtitle fonts are something that we've been working on for a long time to make sure that we could deliver high quality diversity in the subtitle font department. And the next section here is going to be really exciting because, as we've said before, all of the features that we're rolling out on the technical side are all focused on diversity of content and making sure that people have the ability to generate content that is different, because one thing that we don't like is with other tools that are on the market that generate videos or create videos, there's not a lot of diversity of content. So one of the things that we are primarily focused on is making sure that two users come into the platform and those two users can create and brand their content in a certain way. That way it's easily distinguishable from the other creator that's creating content on the platform. And that's really, really important. And when you look at a creator's journey and somebody's ability to actually build an audience, it's really important that your content is recognizable and brandable. So when somebody sees your content, they recognize your content. That's really, really important for long-term growth. And one thing that's really important to understand is we're not building OSSA.AI as a cool party trick. I mean, it's really great to go to a platform and say, hey, create me a video about Elon Musk, but that's not repeatable and that's not high quality content in the long run for actually building a brand. If you want to actually build a brand, then you need to test different types of scripts and different types of videos. And then when one sticks, you lock into that same concept that one had, and you iterate off of it and you repeat that. And that's not achievable through prompt to video. And so that's why we're so focused on script to video and making sure diversity of content is at the top of our priority list.
Absolutely. Just wanted to mention what's going on, Rosemary. If you can see here, Clark just tweeted out, funny enough, about the mini mastermind call yesterday with all the large influencers. So I know you're in there. I know it was a blast. Would love to hear kind of your experiences so far. Working with us and being part of the community. I know we essentially just met really recently, but yeah, it's been awesome chatting with you, and would love to hear your thoughts on the platform and the community and just everything in general.
Yes. Good morning. Can y'all hear me before I proceed?
Yep, loud and
Yep.
clear.
Okay, perfect. I'll be brief. Definitely want to just say, though it is fairly new, it has been one of the most tremendous interactions I've had with an AI software community. I think ASA definitely owns what they say when it comes to being community centric. I think it's very important to want to be a part of what your users are building more so than just pitching software, because there is a lot of SaaS companies, especially in the AI field in particularly, that are popping up every day. And I think what makes them set apart amongst their amazing software is the fact that they care. I feel like putting heart into what you're building is what really is the true differentiator of people's buyer decision and investor decision, customer decision, consumer decision. So my experience so far has been good. I've actually in the middle of recording my tutorial, I realized that script a powerful script is something that is invaluable, because what you are saying is what matters to the ears and the viewers that you deem to reach. And I think the fact that they are script to video versus just text to video, it kind of puts you in a better seat of understanding storytelling to really resonate with your audience. So as I was in the middle of my review, transparently, I realized, I was like, well, Rosemary, let's get this script the way you want it to be, because I'm not just reviewing it, I'm using what I get. So I'm a person that wants to do it with the spirit of excellence. So I'm like, oh, this is challenging me to really pay attention to the art of actually storytelling and getting out of this whole salesy economy and getting to actually really reaching your audience through the power of storytelling and great visuals. So, as I land my plane, I have truly enjoyed my experience thus far. The platform takes you through a very thorough walkthrough before you even get into the software yourself. And I would say, as someone who tests out a lot of software, not just in AI, but just in general, that is a game changer, because a lot of people just you get in there, you're kind of very lost on what to do. I actually had that experience with another AI software just yesterday that was introduced to me, and I literally messaged the people verbatim, I'm confused. So I think that they took time into making sure that your walkthrough was thorough enough for you to get going and start seeing some amazing output. So kudos to the team. And again, I can just say that what they say is true, and I'll yield the mic there.
Very well said. Thank you so much
Awesome.
for the positive feedback. Yeah. And then beyond the walkthrough and the actual demo, we also have the getting started documentation where users can familiarize themselves with all the different keywords that we use and all the different aspects of OSSA.AI. And then beyond that, we have the creator course in the tool section. And the creator course, you don't need to actually be a subscriber to access, which is really amazing. So just having an account and signing up for a free account, you can go into the tool section and open up the creator course. And that course has over 200 hours of hard work from somebody that has over 4 billion views. So the value in there is immense. And also somebody who really believes in, speaking about Cole, really believes in information first and leading with valuable information, almost like an Alex Ramosi approach. And, making sure that you're giving out really valuable information that can help anybody that aspires to succeed in that specific niche. So the course itself isn't designed around OSSA.AI customers. It's just designed around content creation in general, short form content creation, because that's what Cole specializes in. So that course is incredibly valuable. And a lot of people get rinsed on courses. They go out and spend $50 a month or $300 for a course, and then they get into it, and maybe it just isn't it. But they already spent the money. And I'll tell you right now that the free course that Cole put together is more valuable than any paid course I've ever taken for content creation, for sure.
Thank you, bro. You're hyping me up over here. Jeez. Yeah, Rosemary,
Love
thanks.
it.
I see Chapu's here. I believe another startup founder. I think it'd be just cool to bring you up, let you speak. I've seen you in a couple other spaces. So yeah, man, how's it going? I don't know if he could hear me because he's getting brought up. Yo, Chapu, how's it going?
Hey, mate. Yeah, good to chat. I don't know. I think I heard Cole speak in a space before,
Yeah.
and I thought he was really cool. Are you? Are you? I see Ossa is speaking now. Are you Cole's partner?
No, I'm actually I'm actually Cole speaking from the OSSA account.
Oh, beg your pardon. Oh, no
Yeah.
worries.
No worries, man.
Oh, well, it's nice to chat with you, man. I heard you speak in another space once, and I checked out your product. It looks pretty cool.
Really appreciate it. Yeah, I've seen you as well, and from founder to founder, I know it's a grind, and um, yeah, respect to what you're doing and what you're building. I know I've seen you in a lot of spaces as well, so yeah, I think there's a ton of opportunity, and even if you were coming up here as a company, that would be classified as a competitor, would still give you the platform, because I think there's so much opportunity and there's so many people in the world. It's like the mindset of not letting other founders speak and giving them the floor just because they're not part of your thing is just like really like a frugal mindset that we're really not for.
Yeah, I love that, man. The if you have that mindset of sort of trying to sabotage competitors instead of improving your own product, I think it's a self-defeating sort of position. You invite the competition so that it motivates you to be even better.
It's awesome. Yeah, and I mean, you really hit on a really cool point there. And yeah, I know the application you're building is very different from what we're building, but it's one thing Brennan and I realized is we saw some of these companies coming to fruition. You have tools like, Creo, and what's another one? ShortX, and then there's this other one as well. And like the honest truth is, like we fully support any platform that's in the same space, because if anything, it's just proving that there's a market there, right?
Yeah.
But even beyond that, the approach that we've taken, and Rosemary really hit on some of those key points, is um, we're so focused on a specific aspect and the specific approach of how we're doing things. We're not a video editor, so that totally decategorizes us from anyone that is a video editor for many reasons, and one of the main ones being that essentially how I look at it is becoming a video editor, especially at this early stage. Any company that becomes a video editor that is also generating stuff with AI, how I look at it, and I've always looked at it, is it opens up Pandora's box, because the reason somebody wants to edit a video after it's generated from AI, right, is typically because it's not in line with the expected output, right? But
Mm,
what we've seen is that nobody requests for a video editor, because the outputs are expected with the inputs. It's controllable, which I think is a massive distinguishment between us and all these other companies. Is we're always going to be a video generator. Does that mean you can't turn off the subtitles and put it into CapCut and add your own subtitles and record a product and post it on TikTok Shop? No. I mean, we've had creators that are turning off the subtitles, then they use it as B-roll, which is really cool,
mm,
like branded creators. So it's like, the honest truth is, if I look at a lot of these companies, while I fully support anyone in the space, I could look at it as a creator because it's just my background, and I see how they're doing certain things, and I could just tell. Unfortunately, some of these platforms are taking approaches that aren't in the best interest of the creator, and every feature that we add, everything that we don't have, is completely structured around, if I was using this myself, what would I want and what would I know would increase the likelihood of a video performing and being,
mm,
unique to that person and focusing on brand. So, you know, I think a lot of these platforms are making a mistake of templatizing content and basically not allowing creativity. And I think that's what really distinguishes us, is when it comes to content creation, it's such a meticulous thing that if you just templatize someone and you give them, stock clips or, a library of assets, it's you end up basically getting, templatized content that's kind of just duplicated, and it's not
mm,
centric to the user. And I think Rosemary hit on a key point, is the storytelling aspect. Like, the reason Rosemary basically reevaluated before she made the video is because she has a sense of ownership over her content, which I don't think any other platforms really give that feeling of, I actually have the control to create something that is unique to me, which I think really distinguishes us. But no, yeah, I appreciate you coming up here, and really best of luck to what you're working on, because I've seen you in spaces and you're always campaigning around, and it's really inspiring to see, because I know it's a hustle around here, man, for sure. So,
Let's
yeah.
yeah.
hear let's hear what he's working on, what he's got going on.
Yeah,
Tell
sure.
us about it.
Thanks, Brennan. Yeah. Just before I do that, I just wanted to say hello to Rosemary and give her a shout out. She tried out my product a long time ago and gave me some really good feedback. So yeah, she's brilliant. Yeah. So Chatboo is a companion app that aims to differentiate itself by placing an emphasis on intelligence and empathy and long-term memory. A lot of the companion apps now are just sex bots, which is very lucrative. And I'm sure there's a big market share for that. But if you try and use them to be long term companions, they won't be able to remember a lot of things about you. The underlying text models aren't very smart, and they're not very customizable to in some ways they're very customizable. In other ways that I think are key, they're not. And so the chat boo's built to address that, while also allowing access to some really great technologies. You know, we've got 50 different text models, and whenever there's a new LLM that comes out, I'm always on it and I put it right in there so that we can get the latest tech. Whenever there's a new image model that comes out, I'm trying to make them faster. Custom LoRa's so you get better image results. Voices, you can have voices from OpenAI or 11 Labs. So customization's a big thing, but I've tried to tuck all of that behind an advanced options so that users aren't confused, because I can understand that, just like what Rosemary was saying, when you open up something and there's not a walkthrough yet, it can be a little bit overwhelming, and we're not quite in that stage yet of having a finalized walkthrough. Um, yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool. It's definitely an interesting approach, and yeah, I agree with you. I've definitely seen a lot of those more explicit types of chatbots, and obviously that's going to be really lucrative. But yeah, I think there's also a huge market for people who are looking for almost a companion. But the way I look at it is almost what I would like. I'm just totally spitballing here, but what I would think would be really cool as part of a companion app is over time, obviously this is probably how it works, but the more you use it, the more it understands you, which sounds kind of weird, but it's also could be really valuable for someone because like if
Mm,
I look at it as an individual who outside of just having a companion, it's like the more the companion understands me, the more it can understand that I grow as a person or somebody habits I develop, and it could actually be really valuable for me because not only is it like um, in a way like a relationship, but it's almost a relationship with yourself because by
mm,
chatting with it, it starts to understand who you are, which helps you understand who you are more. And now, if it has your data, then as you chat with it over time, then now you can look back and say, this is where you've improved, or these are some things that, have changed about you. And you can help actually, for me, it's like it could help me give context to how I'm improving as a person or the emotional aspects of what I've improved on or the ways that I view the world, the shifts that I'm unconscious of, um, meaning like if an AI can understand maybe some biases I have on or on some frameworks, for example, in business or in life, and then it can start to say, hey, this is like a framework that you've changed, or this is a perspective that shifted. Are you aware of this? It could actually
mm.
give you insight to essentially how you're changing your thinking over time. I don't know if that makes sense, but just thought that was kind of
No, I love it. When I first started building Chatboo, the reason I started building it was because it was just when ChatGPT first came out, that I was like excited about AI, and then I was doing diary journals at the time, and I kind of one day I was like, you know what would be cool if I put this into ChatGPT, and then I just put it in, and then it came back to me and it said, congratulations on this win, and you know, maybe this you can consider this, blah 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 blah. And I was like, wow, that's pretty great. And then I was using ChatGPT, and I was like, it sucks because it's not very personal. It's not very, it doesn't have long term memory. And then I was like, oh, I'll try Character AI, I'll try Replica. And then, yeah, as I said, they were just more sexual, which is fine. My app can do that as well, but it's not the only thing it can do.
It's brilliant. Super awesome, man. Well, yeah, like I said, best of luck to you. I know it's an absolute hustle in the startup game, and I remember being in that spaces and you getting grilled by that guy, and I'm like, brother, like, come on now. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, this guy's just up here talking honestly about his belief in his company. So I get how
It
it is,
was
man. It's
was
a
that Brian?
I can't remember who it was, but
Uh,
it was also good feedback though. So I'm
Yeah,
looking,
no,
yeah.
I honestly invite people to grill me, because every time someone kind of puts the heat up to me, I just get like more motivation. It is tough, but yeah, 100%. I remember the first time I heard you speak, you were talking about how you have to find the good compromise between letting someone make choices, but also not overwhelming them with the complications of a video editing software. And so you're saying, look, we're going to take these abilities sort of away because you're here because we're trying to make this automated for you. If we wanted to give you the full video customization features, you would just be making Premiere Pro, and which already exists, right? So I was very interested in that. It stuck with me for a few days.
Yeah, no. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it and appreciate, you bringing that up. It speaks to you. Um, and yeah, no, it really means a lot, man. So yeah, I appreciate you coming up here. Please, feel free to stop by, anytime, and maybe in the future we could do some sort of spaces together. Obviously, we're super busy right now, but yeah, no, really appreciate you coming up here and chatting and telling us and the community about what you're working on.
Yeah, thanks, man. I absolutely love to be a part of anything you're doing. So yeah, feel free to DM me.
Cool. Thanks so much, brother. Have a wonderful day. Cool, Brennan. Well,
Yeah.
I think with that being said, we should probably close this out. I know we have a Discord call in the community in about 27 minutes. Those are going to continue to grow as the community grows. And one thing I'm really looking forward to is now that we have a lot of support from a lot of big creators, a lot of big influencers, KOLs in the space. we're most definitely going to be having in the coming weeks, within the next month here, definitely going to want to be scheduling out people to come speak. You have creators like Rosemary, Clark Talks AI, Zoro the Wiz, Ollie 2K. These are all massive, massive creators. Adam Digital, million followers on Instagram. These are all creators that I've been networking with, and it's been really just awesome to meet all these wonderful individuals. And I think you know they all kind of share the same vision, and that's what we really want. That's my part of my vision for the creator side, is really to help creators realize that, even big ones, that the greatest value we have is community and each other. And I think that's something that I really missed as I was starting my journey. So especially with new creators, it's like the mastermind principle of, if you have one brain, versus 20 people in a Google Meet, or 100 creators in a Discord group, you have 100 different perspectives and thousands of takeaways. So it was really interesting. It was really great. So we had a big call yesterday, and we'll definitely be having some big creators on in those Discord calls. And like we said, our mission statement is making influence accessible to everyone. And our goal is always to, lead with action and lead with proof of that. Whether that's us only marketing, like we have proof of the product doing well, instead of saying it guarantees you go viral. This is how you make $10,000 a month, which is what every other company's doing. We'll just never be doing that. And we understand that it's a massive mission to make that possible, but we want to make sure that we lead with action. And I've said this once, and so has Brendan. We'll say it again. You joining the Discord, or you being in this, in this spaces, it's not to sell you on OSSA. OSSA is just an awesome product that we've built and will continue to reiterate on, and it's going to change a lot of lives. But I think that the mission's much greater, and that's why we built the course. That's why we're doing these calls with all these influencers and these Discord calls. You're not going to join into the Discord and then have, a bunch of, customer support reps DMing you to and upselling you to buy the product. It's just not like that. Our vision's very long term. We want to be here for the decades to come, and hopefully our approach so far has proved that, and that's our goal there. So, Brennan, do you have any closing thoughts before we close this out?
I would just say that we've had people at the end of those Discord calls come up on the stage like, this was the most valuable call I've ever been in. So sometimes those calls can be absolutely unhinged with value. And so if you've never been in one of the Discord calls that Cole leads out, definitely hop into the Discord call today at noon EST, 9 a.m. PST, which is in 24 minutes. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. See you there.